Hello, my name is Kaprice Scott, and I am doing a presentation on George Gershwin. George Gershwin was born September 26, 1898 in Brooklyn, New York. Gershwin was the son of a Russian Jewish immigrant. He died on July 11, 1937 in Hollywood, California from a brain tumor. He was 38 years old. He began his musical education at the age of 11 when his family bought a second-hand upright piano. He studied piano with the noted instructor Charles Hambitzer, who introduced his young students to the works of great classical composers. Gershwin continued to broaden his musical knowledge and compositional techniques throughout his career. Mentors such as American composer Henry Cowell and Wallingford Reger, and a distinguished traditionalist, Edward Kennedy and Joseph Schillinger, helped with this process. After dropping out of school at age 15, Gershwin earned an income by making piano rolls for player pianos and by playing in New York nightclubs. George's music came about in the historical era of the 20th century and beyond. The 20th century was a century of nationalism, mass democracy, large-scale industrialism, and developments in communication and information technology beyond the reach of any 19th century imagination so far as the magnitude is concerned. It was also a century of mass warfare, of 2 world wars with tolls in lives and poverty greater perhaps than sum total of all preceding wars in history. It was the century too of totalitarianism, communist, fascist, and Nazi, and the techniques of terrorism that, if not novel, reached the scale of an intensity of scientific application that could scarcely have been predicted by those who consider science and technology as unqualified humane impossibility. George Gershwin wrote jazz-flavored orchestral works and an opera as well as popular songs and musical comedies. These early experiences greatly increased Gershwin's knowledge of jazz and popular music. In 1916, he composed his first published song, "When You Want 'Em, You Can Get 'Em. When You Got 'Em, You Don't Want 'Em," as well as his first solo piano composition, Retaglio Ripples. In 1919, entertainer Al Jolson performed the Gershwin song Swanee in the musical Sinbad. It became an enormous success, selling more than 2 million recordings and 1 million copies of sheet music, and making Gershwin an overnight celebrity. Also in 1919, Gershwin composed his first serious work, The Lullaby for String Quartet, a study in harmony that Gershwin composed as an exercise for Kenny. Lullaby's delicate beauty transcends its academic origins. Rhapsody in Blue is one of his songs that reflects a free rhapsodic form and blues flavor. It is not true jazz, though it employs jazz-like rhythms and melodies, and the orchestration suggests distinctive sounds of jazz. The last 2 minutes of Rhapsody in Blue concludes with a rapid coda, which is ushered in by an accelerated transformation of the romantic melody. Thank you.